He told me, he said, "You're rich, but I'm wealthy." Because I didn't know the difference. And I said, what's the difference? He said, well, wealthy is when I'm die, when my kids die, when they kids die, we're still going to have the same amount. And I thought about that. Then I said, okay, how you do it? And he pulled out a piece of paper. After he said, it ain't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. How many times we seen cats would get the bag with 100 and then they go blow it the same day, now they got to get another 100. So he said, if you got $100, you save that. That's 50. He said, rich people will say, okay, I'm saving 50 and I'm doing that. But he said, the wealthy does this. You save that. This, ball out. House, chain, car, whatever you want. But
75.
Save it, yeah.
First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. Also to the true Holy Black Messiah, the King of Kings, royalty himself, Yahweh Shah, Amashiach. Also the final fathers of the truth out of one West. This is for all the kings coming back at you with another lesson. To you, to 12 tribes scattered abroad, greetings, which consists of the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of the Latinos, the so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, so-called blacks. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. In the Holy Praise Son, true Black Messiah, the King of Kings, royalty himself, Yahweh Shah, Mashiach. Also the final father, true fighter, one West. To the 12 tribes scattered abroad, greetings. I am following up with the lesson. Kind of got disconnected there earlier. But this is a picture, and it's a debuttal of Shaq. Shaq is a fool. He said he had a white, I guess a Caucasian guy, Edomite, said that how he got his wealth. You know, he pretty much was talking about his wealth and the difference between being wealthy and rich. I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, how did he attain that wealth? And that, you know, and it is a difference between rich and wealthy. And I'm going to get into this, and I'm going to make this a very short lesson. The reason how they got the wealth and to be in the position they're in now, where they don't have to lift a finger that they kids eat, is because of slavery. Let me get this. This is the Vox.com. It says how slavery became the first big businesses. Historian authors and Edwards E. Baptist explain how slavery helped the U.S. go from a colonial economy to the second biggest industrial power in the world. And actually, they trying to cover it up. It's the first industrial power in the world. That's why you read Job, it says Job 9 verse 24, it says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. America was the forefront to fund the whole nation, including England, because America is just an offspring of the America England, and of many of the myths told about America. Slavery is one of the biggest. Is that it was an Iraq, I'm trying to pronounce it, practice that only enrich a small number of men. And really, because that's the world elites. That's the world elites. That's your the 13 families. That's what it says, is only enrich a small numbers of men. Really, it's 13 families that's running the world, but you know, the average Edomite is well off compared to Jake. We know that. But you got the top elite. So that's what it's pretty much referring to. Let me get a couple of scriptures real quick. This is a book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send thee, and hunger, meaning we got to go to them for food, and thirst, and nakedness, and the want of all things. And he should put a yoke of iron. He should put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. How did he destroy us? He destroyed us with the false image of Christ. He destroyed us with taking us away from our high holy days. He destroyed us by turning us against our power, you know, to the point where we don't even know who the hell we are now. So Shaq is a fool. Shaq is a fool, man. He don't have any wisdom. He don't have any understanding. And the reason why he got that wealth is because enslaving your people, dummy. Enslaving us. That's how he got that wealth. You know? Let me get a second verse and I'm going to close out here. This is Deuteronomy chapter